If you're in your 20s, then you already know what these are. Plug and play games. No need to lug a console around. The controller is the console. Put some batteries in there and plug directly into TV. Look how much faster you're gaming instead of using a console. There's just too many wires. These things were everywhere in the early 2000s. Being around $20 a piece, they made great gifts for that nephew that you know that likes games but don't know what console he has. Hopefully it's not a Saturn. From what I remember, the only times I actually saw these things were in like claw machines or arcade games that can win prizes. A big positive of these over consoles is the fact that they have great designs. A lot of which are actually better than the games they have built in. I mean, which one would you rather play with? A TV remote or one that has a face? Unfortunately, I did sell most of the ones I had as a kid. So let's take a look at a few of them I picked up over the years. I'm going to be skipping the game compilations of older games because I want to focus more on the original games that were made specifically for this console. Starting with Jack Pacific, these guys were the kings of plug and plays, and they made a lot of these. So first up we have the SpiderMan plug and play. Whoa, look at it, SpiderMan. First thing I noticed is that the buttons are B and A, and then there's a SpiderMan logo. That couldn't just be a C button, it had to be Spider. The stick doesn't move that well, it's kind of strict. It also just makes that noise. I assume this is probably because it's like an older thing, you know, these buttons don't work very much anymore. The B one gets stuck a bit too. But one thing that I did not like about this is the stick has all veins. But the veins actually come out into like the top part, you see. So like when you're gaming, you know, you're constantly rubbing against it, and it's kind of sharp, so it kind of hurt my hand a little bit. Other than that, it's fine. I wouldn't sit on it. SpiderMan has 5 games. Streets in the City being the main one. It's a basic platformer where you just collect things and get to the end of the stage. At the end, you gotta fight iconic Spider-Man villains like Rhino and Scorpion. It's not bad, but when you have to use a joystick as a platformer, it's really not fun, which is a very common thing between all these plug and plays, but it does have unique levels and boss fights. And since the bar is in the trench for plug and play games, not too bad. You also do some weird things to the bombs. Spider training, don't shoot the people. Venom's Vindication, don't let Venom's iconic bombs hit the floor. Escape from the sewers. I know this looks cool, but all you need to do is look at this map. Find the bombs and shoot them with your web. And if you see Lizard, just shoot them with your web, and then keep on finding the bombs. Vulture's Venture. Shoot the missiles with your web, and watch out for Vulture's iconic bombs. Wait, this has the Konami code in it. If you enter the Konami code in the menu, up, down, down, left, right, you unlock a stage selector, and somehow I got to the debug menu, which is cool. So that ups the point a little bit. Here's a SpongeBob one that I have. As you can see, that is very much a controller. See, you got buttons up here and down here. I don't know why they went with this design. It's great though, you know, like you get so much personality from his hands. Honestly, it's not that bad to hold. Like, it is actually pretty comfortable. SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom 500. There's only one game in this creature, and it's a racing game with tilt controls. Steering this game is pretty fine, like there's no huge issues how the motion control works. And honestly, for a plug and play game, that's pretty good that it works. Every character handles the exact same, so it's about like choosing on just who you like. But once you select a character, that's it for that save file. You cannot change characters. If you want to change characters, you have to make a new save. There are 3 different kinds of items that can spice up the race. Boost, shield, Krabby Patty that shoots in front of you. If you hit a racer enough times, you can actually knock him out of the race. And during the race's obstacles, you must use the power of motion. Like balancing, pushing, rocking. but nothing an adult male in the 20s can't handle. After each race, you are given the opportunity to heal your car with the power of motion. And that's basically the whole game. It's good, it's fine, it's good, I liked it. It's really good for toddlers too. My nephew really liked the game. So it's probably worth picking up if you like SpongeBob and have a kid. This is actually the only one that I actually still had from when I was a kid. Because it was just cool, it's General Grievous, that's awesome. The joystick right here is very slippery like that. It spins, kind of like the Dreamcast one, and it just feels awful. Like, it constantly slips out of my thumb. It's really bad. The A and B buttons are pretty good, though. It's pretty comfortable to hold, too, honestly. So if it wasn't for the stick, this would be an amazing controller, but yeah, no, it's really bad. Other than that, it looks really good. I, like, love this thing. Like, I want to get this framed. So interesting about this one is that there's actually 4 different variations of it. The first print run was just a Darth Vader one, but then Jack Specific decided to expand the Plug and Play line with separate cartridges that adds more games to that specific Plug and Play, named the Game Key. And since the Darth Vader didn't have a cartridge slot, they had to make a whole new model with the slot built in. And with this release, they also released 3 other variations. Then later on, they re-released the Darth Vader one again, but this time wireless, because that was such a huge issue before. Okay, so games. Droid Invasion, it's Arkanoid or Breakout, but more frustrating because you can only move when your lightsaber is put away. So you die a lot trying to make it to a laser to reflect it in time, but you just die. It's not very fun. Coruscant Attack, a free-flowing space shooter, kind of like Sinistar. It's a super solid game, albeit slower and worse sound, but it's still really fun. I enjoy it. Grievous Onslaught. Again, similar to another arcade game, Smash TV. Defeat a number of enemies on the screen and move on. The enemies lock onto you with the blasters, so you have to either run up and kill them, or try to reflect the blast. If you take too long in a room, the invincible General Grievous comes and kills you. As a kid, I remember just screaming when he appeared. He scared me a lot. Whenever you say Palpatine, he gets sucked into the floor and the game continues. Gunship Battle. Fly around and shoot. Pick up stormtroopers, put them in your ship, take them to the enemy's base. That's it. Utapau Chase. This game is easily what I played most of as a kid, because it's really easy. Just stay away from the walls, hold down the shoot and tail wag buttons, that's it, you win. Whoa, I'm not done. I said they released more games, didn't I? Only came pre-packaged with some of the Star Wars Plug and Plays was a separate game key. Each game key adds 2 new games, this one being Yoda's Escape and Turret Defense. On the back of the box, it also advertises for another game key, it containing Catamaran Strike and Coruscant Fire Patrol. But it never released. Actually, that's a really common thing with all these game keys. They haven't released. Jack Specific canceled the whole game key line pretty soon after his whole introduction. So they did all these re-release, all these modifications for pre-existing plug and plays for no reason. Of the 30 game keys that were advertised, only 11 of them came out. And a lot of the other plug and plays have the slot that went unused. And a lot of these games were actually fully finished. They just didn't bring it out. But also, when this happened, they put some of the game keys only as a bundle with that plug and play, never to be released outside of the bundle. So why not have it just built into the plug and play themselves that you're re-releasing? And the cartridges that did release can only be used with that specific plug and play. So you can't put a Star Wars one inside a Dragon Ball Z one. But luckily they did some kind of smart things, like the Nickelodeon plug and plays work with all Nickelodeon game keys. So you can put like a SpongeBob game key inside of the Dora the Explorer plug and play and it still works. But since I have at least one of the cartridges, I guess we should see what's on it. Oh, there really is only 2 games on it. Okay, another rant. The fact that if I want to play the other games, I have to take this game key out and then turn it back on to play the other games, and then if I want to play those 2 games again, I have to plug it back in and do that all again. I don't think it meant too hard to like integrate it into the menu themselves, you know, it's like a little switch that unlocks it. I mean, I know these are cheap systems. I don't know, I just don't know why they did it like this. Like, this is how kids lose these game keys. Because also, if those games kind of suck on the game key, you're probably gonna lose it because you don't want to play them. So let's just look at turret defense. Who knows, maybe this game key itself will change how I feel about this plug and play. Oh wow, it actually kind of does. This is actually kind of fun. It's super simple, sure, but it does get pretty difficult pretty fast. And it's also purely on skill. Like, whenever I get hit, it's because I did bad. So this one's actually pretty cool, I like it. Yoda's Escape. Again, this is really fun actually. This is actually my favorite plug and play game I've played so far. Like, it's like a simple platformer game, but it's actually really difficult. And I was like, again, I feel like it's because of me. I'm making bad decisions, so I'm getting hit. Ignore some bad enemy placement. This game is actually just straight fun because you can do like the second jump and you spin around and like kill everything. So that alone makes this game fun, and I enjoyed this one a lot too. So actually, yeah, the game key made it worth it. It's just sad that you have to have a game key to make it worth it. Got this badass Dragon Ball Z one. Yeah, look at that. Ignore the horn that's missing. As a stick, this actually does feel kind of good. Like, just to hold it, it's like really comfortable. I don't know how they did it, but Shenron makes a great joystick. This is actually really nice designs. Like, you have A, B, and C as buttons, but they're also like the Dragon Balls, and like they're all over the place. It's crazy. Also, the scales, you can kind of like indented into them, like all over this thing. Even the select menu is a little Dragon Ball. It gets stuck, but that's okay. I love how this one looks. It's so cool. You go, Shenron. Also does have a game key, but that was canceled, so we don't know what those are. But yeah, no, it's definitely solid. I like it. He's funny. Okay, so we got 3 games here. Kamehameha Assault, Pinball, and Butoretsuden. Kamehameha Assault is like Pong, but violent. The goal is to hit the green orb into the Dragon Balls on the other side. Once you get all 7 Dragon Balls, you win the game. You can charge up and move super fast with teleporting, but you want to block before the orb hits you so you don't get knocked down. You can use your Kai by throwing it out and hit the opponent to knock him down, giving you more of a chance to take a Dragon Ball from them. You can also charge up a Super Beam, which takes a lot of energy, but like, it's like, boom, they're gone. That's awesome. Each character also has their own Kai projectile pattern. While the game is fast-paced, the game can go back and forth really easily, so it can take some time before someone wins. I really wish this game had multiplayer, because this would be so much fun to play with friends who also know what they're doing. Pinball. It's a pinball board based off the Namek arc in Dragon Ball Z. And I mean like the arc. There's a SpiderMan, there's the other purple guys. You can enter battles against the Ginyu Force and Vegeta. Even Frieza has his multiple forms. And each one you beat, you get a Dragon Ball. The ball physics aren't the best. Like, it's very wonky on how it rolls. But with all the cool stuff inside the board, I really want to play more of it and actually finish it. I want to see Shenron in pinball form. Butoretsuden. It's a traditional fighter. It got like special inputs, meter. Each character has different movesets and their own story. It's not that deep, and also, as I was playing it, it kind of hurt my hands due to the stick and button placement. They're just too close together, so that hurts my little handsy. I can't play fighting games. And again, no multiplayer. Also, it's easily the worst game of the 3. I really wish we knew what the Dragon Ball Z game key would have looked like, you know, like what kind of games are on it. I actually managed to get in contact with one of the developers, and 2 games that were on the game key, being an updated fighting game with GT Goku, Pan, and Trunks, and a puzzle mode that's also themed around GT. He also sent me some cool stuff like sketches of the pinball board, and some background elements. I have is actually Disney Pixar Plug and Play. This one looks really cool. I'm excited to see. Oh shit, oh my god, no. Oh god, oh fuck, oh no. Ow! Ow, God, no! Shit! Ow! Ah! Ah! Oh, thank God. It's safe. Alright, I got this big driving one, you know. All I have to do is put some batteries into it and we'll be good. Oh. I can work with this. I almost forgot. I have this Hannah Montana guitar, but I can't play the music because it's copyrighted, so I have to think of another way.
Are you ready for the concert of the century? I'm so excited.
I know. I can't handle this.
Oh, he's not even looking. Freddy's not looking. Oh!
I've never been that good at anything in my life.